inside his own net. Long pass ahead. Appleton got it for Niederreiter. Scores!
Obviously, the building and the crowd is in the favor of the Jets, but they got to get back to work, especially low in the offensive zone, and create.
Shot, save, it's loose, score! What an effort by the Moose, who was loose in front. And from a prone position, he used that long arm to poke that one by Hellebuyck. Steele. So once again, here's that Rantanen shift with Dadonov and Steele. Double shifting a bit. Here's Harley to the net. Score! Mikko Rantanen does it again. He deflects the shot from the point. It's his second goal of the game, his 7th of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And Dallas takes a 2-1 lead. Here's Hintz. Duchesne just onside. Duchesne, nice job. Sends it across. Rantanen in front. Score! Rantanen again! It's a hat trick in Winnipeg. Hintz was right in front, but it's Rantanen who remains scorching hot.
He'll flip it in. Harley goes after it. Connor right after Harley. Stand up for the puck. Lost it. Velarde's got it in front. Shifley scores! Shifley hands it off to Morrissey. Here's Ehlers trying to get the pass. Now shoots up the post. Scores! Velarde tips it in. Will work it up to center for Winnipeg, and he dumps it in as Ehlers goes after it. Lindell is there. It's grabbed by Shifley. Flipped across for Fleury. Down to Ehlers. Ehlers center scores! Ehlers dumped it in off Lindell. 2-0 Winnipeg. Tipped by Niederreiter, and it goes over the goal. Niederreiter for DeMello. He'll shoot. That one goes wide. Larry Sutherland scores! Larry! Shane is there. Robertson up with it. Centered in front. Bouncing puck. And Hintz can't get to it. Ehlers down the ice. Empty net. Bingo! Down to the corner. Johnson up for Harley. Niederreiter out of the box. Pass for Rantanen in front. Tip scores! Rookie Hintz. Opening goal in game 3. First 2 games of this series. As you saw right there, 30.6 hits a game is the fewest average in the playoffs. Quick shot by Velarde off the head of Ottinger. Velarde again to the net. Kicked out. Wrap around. Power scores! Kyle Cutter with his first of the series, and the game is tied.
Carries it up ice. Ramlin, stutter step, gets by Pia. And then is tripped up by Niederreiter, who takes his second penalty. Harley on high. Scores! On the delayed penalty, it's Thomas Harley. And the Stars retake the lead.
Lowry pushing off Steele. Miller to Morrissey. Shakes off Blackwell. Morrissey got it down low. Scores! What a setup by Morrissey as it's buried by Nino Niederreiter. And the Jets have tied it at 2.
Over the line. Rantanen cuts to the middle. Pass for Petrovic. And Rantanen got a shot away. And it bounces in off of Petrovic. Another assist for Rantanen. Connect with Hintz. Granlund for Hintz. Enters the zone. Rantanen waits. Deeks. Deeks again. Scores! Now with Dadonov on a quickly developing 2-on-1. Across for Ben. Save Hellebuyck. Centering Johnston tonight. Rebound. Score!
But you can see how how he slides out of position afterwards. And he gets a block initially, but the follow-up by Wyatt Johnston, Fleury, and Morgan Barron not able to come up with the block.
Jets are going to quick change. Morgan Barron will be replaced. Iafallo comes off as well. Granlund across the line. A whiteout shot, he scores! Michael Granlund, power play goal! 1-0 Stars!
Deflected away. Connor goes after it. Steele can't clear as Nikolai Ehlers will keep the pressure on. Ehlers back to Morrissey. Hands it off for Connor. Got it down to Ehlers. Scores! Nikolai Ehlers banks it in, and it's a 1-1 game.
Lundell for Dallas absorbs the hit. Brandon lets it go. Niederreiter couldn't do anything with it. Here's Granlund, 2-on-1. Granlund shoots and scores! Mikael Granlund, second of the night. Marchment is stapled to the glass. Heiskanen gets it there. Shooting it. Shot side to the right of Hellebuck. And he shot. Granlund, the hat trick. Power play goal. 3-1.
Rantanen down to Johnston. Towards the net. Taken away, and here comes Kyle Connor with it. Off the center, Pionkin over the line. Back for Connor, and it's Shifley. Waiting, shooting, scores! In the corner with it. Off the boards for Shifley. Shifley, cross ice pass for Connor. Ehlers in front, scores! Ben takes the hit from Niederreiter. Here's Perfetti on it. Ahead for Iafallo. Iafallo with a shot just grazed off the glove of Ottinger. Iafallo in front. Nemesnikov scores! Nemesnikov, power play goal! Granlund for Johnston. Can't get it in front. Perfetti backhands it out and down the ice. Ehlers, empty net. Scores! Alone. Stop Bellinger! Shifley knocks it down. He's got it. Shifley with a shot. Floats over the goal. High stick here. Penalty coming up to Dallas. Fischl runs into Velarde. Chance in front. Shifley scores! Mark Shifley! Opening goal of Game 6, and that one's for you, Dad.
Dadonov to Heiskanen. That pass off the boot of Ehlers. Bounces instead to Harley. Harley shoots. Save made. A rebound. Score! Steal! Bar down on Hellebuck, and we're tied at 1. He's left on the power play. Marchment tosses it off the chest of Hellebuck. Played to the corner by Pionk. Circling that second to Harley. Score! Series over!
Pacioretty scored the game-winning goal. Fourth time he has won a series with a winning goal. Nylander scores! 33 seconds in. And skates. No call on the play, and Nylander looks ahead. There's Pacioretty working his way back in. Ekman Larson kicked away. Rebound. Nylander scores!
Verhaeghe carrying. Verhaeghe pestered by Marner. In behind, it's Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk out high. Jones scores! On the power play. Florida's on the board.
Important ad for the Panthers since coming over from Chicago. Here's Nylander sending away Riley. It's a 2-on-1 with Tavares. Riley scores! Returns fire! And they lead by 2 again.
With a good hard forecheck.
Last player to leap with a 3-point first. Here it scores! Tanev from the point. It leaks through and it's 4-1.
Now you heard Mark Messier saying sleepy was the word he used for the Panthers and their play. Centered by Lindell, score! Eetu Luostarinen, right on cue, makes it a 2-goal game. 3-3 record this year. Lindell with a shot, short side off the side of the net to the left of Wall. Retrieved by Marchand. Schmidt moves it along. Here's a shot, score! Uvis Balinskis makes it a 1-goal game.
In. Reinhart spilled. Wall was crashed into by McCabe. Marner after it. He's got Nyes. Home free. Matthew Nyes scores.
For Reinhart, shot. Got a piece of Bennett. Verhaeghe around toward Tkachuk. Carlo intercepted. Barkov fights. Bennett shoots. They score! 1-goal game again.
Walker was removed from the room for now, and Matt Murray is the backup.
All right, Emily, great stuff. We hope for the best for Anthony Stolarz. Here's a shot. Score! Sasha Barkov on the power play for Florida.
Comes on, Domi, Pacioretty, big man. Morgan Riley at the line, sends it back in. Pacioretty to Domi. Ekman Larsson, the 5th member, and then shot scores! Deflected through with the Leafs have tied it.
Say that to Emily that he felt like they did start on time after they were late. In the words of their head coach, Paul Maurice, in game 1 at the outset. Eetu Luostarinen for Lindell. Marchand, score! 15 seconds into the second.
Marchand from Lindell and Luostarinen at the 15-second mark, and away goes Pacioretty looking for more. Nylander scores! He's done it again. William Nylander. Domi takes over. Up ahead at center ice, looking for Lawton. Able to push it to Riley. Moritz driving in. Across. Scores! A beauty for Max Domi.
Now for the Leafs. Lindell fired in. Marchand braced for contact. Centered by Lindell. Toward Luostarinen. Ekblad toward the net. Score! Anton Lindell ties this game at 3.
Last 4 for the Florida Panthers, who get back on even terms. So each team's had a lead in the game. 2 for Florida, 1 for Toronto. Scores! And the Leafs have another lead. Miles Daniels, Dan Mitch Marner has scored for Toronto in front off the skate of Nyes as the Leafs look for an early strike. Tanev across. Here's Jake McCabe up high as Mitch Marner. Game 1 to go off the post. Rebound. Scores! Matthew Nyes. 23 seconds in the opening 6 minutes. Tanev took a look. He gets ripped out by Verhaeghe. Looked one way, and I don't think he saw Verhaeghe the other. Nylander's over the line. Here's Pacioretty centering it. Tavares deep. Stuffed it in. 2-0 Toronto.
Rejected by Jones, and Evan Rodriguez, a Toronto native, will dump it back in. Morgan Riley to the wall. Brandon Carlo takes a hit. It's loose. Barkov. He scores! What a goal! Leadership from the captain, and an answer from Sasha Barkov.
Marner. Mitch Marner down low. William Nylander's got it. Point the game to Nylander. Marner scores! Deflected in the slot. And the Leafs have a 2-goal lead again. Looks like Tavares high slot.
Yeah, Tavares gets the tip, and then it goes off Forsling in front.
And his second tonight. Rodriguez with a shot, stopped by Wolf, and a goal-saving play at the goal line. Brandon Carlo going down. We'll take a look at this again, I'm sure. Shoved a bit by Ekblad, shoulder on shoulder, Kachuk and Benoit.
For the defense for Florida, really getting confident here.
Here's Bennett, right in, out in front, they score! Carter Verhaeghe on the receiving end of a beautiful pass. We're tied. Moves the puck. Gadjevich will go for the front. It's carried by Nosek, a shot. They score! It pinballs home. Tomas Nosek leads the rush. Gadjevich for the front. Florida up by 1.
Marchand picks it off. Nyes gets it back. Now Matthews played it across. Nobody there. Riley scores! Back in! Morgan Riley has tied it.
Again. Up top. Marchand. His shot tipped. It's in! Brad Marchand wins it in overtime.
A long shift for a couple of the Leafs forwards. What is that, the 4th goal that's bounced, pinballed somehow, some way?
Throw it to the net, right?
It ended back of the net. Looked like maybe it went off of Riley. Now give Toronto a different look.
Set play, Kachuk, Verhaeghe. Jones hammers it. Shielded by Wall. A chance, they score! It's Carter Verhaeghe on the back door. And Florida breaks the ice. Away from Kachuk. Good gap by Ekblad. Bennett with Verhaeghe. Bennett drags it, moves it. He scores! What a goal! Sam Bennett brings the house down. 2-0, Florida.
Down by Wall, long rebound. Batted out of the air by Reinhart. And a good stop by Wall on a rebound for Boqvist. Wall sharp again as he was in game 4. Passing down low. Reinhart, they score! Aaron Ekblad makes it 1-0 Florida. Out here by Benoit, but wound up with Verhaeghe. Now Kachuk played it back to Schmidt. Off it goes. Kulikov, and they score! Florida leads 2-0.
This shot is deflected off of Scott Lawton's stick.
Poked it along for Marner. Backhand pass didn't click. Forsling quickly to Reinhart with help coming. Out in front for Boqvist, and they score! Jesper Boqvist put on the top line tonight, and he makes it 3-0 Florida. Home wins in the first 2 games of this series when they were scoring with regularity. Won 5-4 and 4-3 in the opening 2 games of this series. Mikkola scores! Another goal from a Florida defenseman, Nico Mikkola. And it's 4-0. 1967, haven't been in the final since. This is 9 straight years in the playoffs. It's not like they're never even around the postseason. And here's another goal, this one from Greer. Another unlikely goal scored. The depth of the Panthers on full display tonight as A.J. Greer makes it 5-0.
Prominence in Pittsburgh. Oh, what a shot.
Helped them win a Stanley Cup at age 22, and Marc-Andre Fleury got injured. The route continues.
His shot tipped by Domi. Up high. Stayed in play. Lorentz. Domi. Centers. Robertson scores. Shutout. And broken. And Nick Robertson from a scratch to a goal scorer once again. Shot 16-13 Florida. Marner comes up with a puck. Here comes Matthews. Fires. Scores! Austin Matthews has scored for Toronto. a stick to the far side. Max Domi gets it ahead. McMahon's on the move. Bobby McMahon, Pacioretty scores! Max Pacioretty from McMahon with 5:43 on the clock. It's 2-0 Toronto.
Did not get through. Markov clears the zone to Rodriguez. And now Seth Jones moving in, shoots, scores! 1-0 Panthers as Seth Jones beats Joseph Woll. Around for Marchand and now Mikkola.
Marchand's been all over it his last couple of shifts.
Saved by Woll, score! 2-0 Florida. What a shift for Brad Marchand and the Panthers. Tavares up the boards, cut off by Jones. Panthers stay onside. Here's Greer, kicked out by Woll. Greer slides it across. Score! Gadjevich makes it 3-0 Florida.
Carlo trying to get it to the net, fronted by Reinhardt. Up ahead, Jones. Florida works it out. Bobby McMahon quickly. They caught him on a change. Domi in, scores!
Could this be his final game as a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs? Unrestricted free agent Mitch Marner. Score! Marchand, the shot deflected in by Luster-Reed. It is now 4-1 Florida.
I think that's probably the most evident thing of this game is they continue to be aggressive.
Scores! And they continue to score.
Oh boy.
Sam Reinhart. And it's a 4-goal lead with just over 10 minutes to go.
And Yarncroke, Pacioretty sends the puck back out. Ekman Larsson pokes at it. Now it's Marchand, sends it down into the empty net. An exclamation point off the stick of Marchand. His third point tonight, as he will go 5-0 in Game 7s against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
So this is a good power play when it gets a chance to operate. And here's Shea Theodore. To Olofsson and back to Theodore, who quarterbacks. Wrist shot. Score! Oh, check that, it hit the post. No, they'll call that a goal.
Watch Theodore on the point here. His head's up the entire way. He's just trying to get this on net. As Stone's right in front and Carlson gets a tip on this.
Header of playoff hockey tonight on ESPN. Obviously off to a terrific start already. Mark Stone shoots. Scores! He's got a pair! And it's a 2-0 Vegas lead.
Vegas, a deep club, especially down the middle. Klingberg up the left-hand side, Leon Draisaitl. Cross ice, McDavid has Perry in front. Perry scores! And Edmonton right back in the game. It's 2-1. The wily veteran, Corey Perry. He'll be 40 in 2 weeks. That's his third of the playoffs.
On the one-timer.
McDavid and Draisaitl on the ice, bidding for the equalizer. One-timer ripped by Bouchard off the glove of Hill. Whacked off of Hill, and in the back of the net by Leon Draisaitl. This game is tied at 2. What a play by Darnell Nurse, and it's Klingberg who has possession for Edmonton. A dart to Nugent Hopkins. Kane across. Hyman's open. Shot, score! Zach Hyman gives Edmonton its first lead. It's 3-2 with 3 to go. Fence here, Louis. Drive by Barbashev, and that was blocked. Hill still between the pipes. And now, what a move by Brown around Theodore. Reach out, score! Connor Brown extends the lead to 4-2.
He would have took off. He's coming back into the zone.
Eichel dangles. Eichel on the backhand. Swings one up top to Theodore and gets a return. Eichel down to the goal line. Backdoor pass. Score! Olofsson off the one-touch from Stone. Beautifully executed. Power play goal for Vegas. They've got the lead.
And allowing the Oilers depth to eventually win it down the stretch. Here's Victor Arvidsson to put Colson. One-timer, Wallman score! just like that, what had been a quiet second period turns into an equalizer for Jake Walton.
Really aggressive on the forecheck, and we've talked about the fact that Vegas was just coming out too clean. They're making them work now.
Arvidsson, Podkolzin shoots and scores! Edmonton, its first lead! 2-1, Vasily Podkolzin, his first Stanley Cup playoff goal. David Stick, Riley Smith back to the middle, a juicy turnover picked off by Draisaitl, and then he had it roll off his stick. A little frustrated, created for McDavid. Shatner scores! 3-1, Edmonton.
Forwards by Pietrangelo, all the way down to Jack Eichel. Eichel holds, faces the net, shoots, score! Looked like it was deflected by Karlsson. An answer for the Vegas Golden Knights, and it's a one-goal game again.
And an edge on the scoreboard at 3-2. Hyman trying to plow his way through Howden. Kane to Nugent Hopkins. Hyman in front. Kane scores! 4-2, Edmonton.
Goal tonight was a perfect tic-tac-toe passing play for Vegas on the power play to Olofsson. There it is. They do it again. The second snapped home by Olofsson. What a pass from Eichel. One-goal game again. Adam Henry meet by Olofsson. Pietrangelo onside to Hannafin. Back to Pietrangelo. Wrist shot. Score!
Bouchard, his shot blocked, and here comes Mark Stone. Can't get around Bouchard, who forces him off the puck. Hyman has hit the crossbar. McDavid a goal post here in the OT. McDavid beats one man to the net. Draisaitl scores!
Eichel, who's caught flat foot right here, outside, inside. You're not going to slow down McDavid. Sells the shot. Boom.
Corey Perry. And the crowd urging Stuart Skinner on. Here's McDavid walking in. Dish to the trailer. It's Perry. Shot! Score! Saw down low. Deals back to Bouchard. Across the Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard. Shot. Score! Perry. The tip. Edmonton.
And they've got the swagger, and they've got the skating and the forecheck going now.
Here's a steal, and it's wide. Pearson, Waugh to the front, and it can't get through. Pearson couldn't get it. Skinner left the rebound, and they score! Nicholas Waugh punched it in after it shook loose from Skinner. And Vegas back within a goal.
So Waugh gets his second of the postseason. Haig gets the assist. Here's Riley Smith darting into the backhand. Scores! Wow, Vegas with 2 goals in 54 seconds, and game 3 is tied. Karlsson dances by Janmark. Karlsson, give and go, scores! William Karlsson. And Vegas takes their first lead of the hockey game with their 3rd consecutive goal.
This time more even off the draw, but plucked out of there by McDavid. Back to Bouchard. Down low, McDavid. Challenged by Shea Theodore. Center up, score!
With 7, will chip it down the boards. There's nobody to help him. A centering feed. Here's Riley Smith. Wade shoots, hit the post! Oh! He hit the post at the buzzer!
Referee was right there. Garrett Rank signaled no goal. It went off the camera in the middle of the net.
It went off Draisaitl's stick.
And then off the camera there.
After video
my, it's a goal.
At 0.4, the puck completely crossed the line. Goal.
Wow.
You believe that?
Wow.
Similar to what the Vegas Golden Knights did after game number 1. They improved with those line changes. Edmonton's hoping for the same.
Henry can bring. There's a center pass and buried by Adam Henry. corner, and now Hyman in pursuit. McNabb digging against Evander Kane, who overpowers him. Hyman from behind that to Kane. Score! Henrique again, and Hill wants a piece of Evander Kane.
Roughing Vegas, 55.
But that's what boiled everything over here. Once Aiden Hill was down his back, everybody, same corner, same response by Vegas, and rightfully so. I mean, he just bulldozed right over him. Aiden Hill bowled right over himself.
Mark Stone loose, a bouncer handled by Skip. Keeps the play moving. Bouchard threw it back into traffic, then thought better of it and put it on McDavid's stick. Lead pass Kane. He's got Hyman with it. Kane shoots and scores. Nerves, the guts tested on a night like this. Here's Pakolzin across, Draisaitl, saucer, Nurse a shot, deflected, Hill scrambling save, it's loose, it's in, Edmonton has won the game and the series, Kasperi Kapanen in overtime.
Draisaitl, the quick wrister by Darnell Nurse, caroms hard off the back wall, and Kasperi Kapanen, injected in game number 4 for some life, scores the biggest goal in his career.
Ricochets off Martinook into the corner. And the Caps finally cleared. Duhaime got it out. Now Protas has Dowd coming. Protas scores! Alexi Protas with the first goal of game 1. Orlov. Hall got it in. Van Riemsdyk took it away. Dangerous play. Out in front, they score! Stan Kovin as they take advantage of a Washington turnover and tie the game at 1. From behind by Duhaime, but Jarvis kept the puck. Now Orlov around behind for Martinook. That one goes back to the point to Slavin. And they score! Jacob Slavin through a screen. Carolina wins game 1 in overtime. Traffic out in front, and it gets played ahead to McMichael from Roy. Coming across the play at Walker. He couldn't get it in. Now McMichael speeding in on a breakaway, scores! Connor McMichael makes it 1-0 Washington. And that's blocked by Martinook. They didn't get it out. Carlson across for Ovechkin. Chikrin, the defenseman's at the net mouth. Carlson scores! John Carlson, a power play goal, and a 2-0 Washington lead. Pressured by Dowd. Gostisbehere got cross-checked down by Roy. Aho passed it off, and ricochets to Gostisbehere, and he scored! Good bounce for Carolina, came right to Gostisbehere. A power play goal and a 2-1 Washington lead. Thompson, free puck, a couple of whacks at it. And now the Capitals clear. It's Protas with an empty net. It's blocked by Burns. Wilson scores! Tom Wilson, an empty net goal with 59 seconds to go.
Through this game.
Wilson can be loud with his chirps and loud with his checks. Svechnikov scores!
Puck, Jody, he's in a shooting position. He's a left-hand shot on the right wall, so he's right in the slot of prime area.
Wilson's gassed at the end of his shift. He blocks the shot. It's such a shot right into his ankles, and he's now able to get off the ice.
He's done a bit of everything for Washington this postseason. Shot! Score! Roslovic! And Carolina doubles the lead.
Do a lot of things. He can play up and down, but I think that was a good move by Rod Brindamore.
Robinson around. Carlson scores! Eric Robinson. 3-0 Carolina. Aho for Gostisbehere. Feeding Jarvis, back to Gostisbehere. One-timer missed. Blake on the opposite side, put it out in front, and it winds up in the nets.
Back out for Gostisbehere, who has a point in each of the last 2 games. Maintains control along the line. Gostisbehere now shoots, score! Hurricanes kill it off. Puck taken away from McMichael. And now it's Jarvis. Hurricanes enter the Capital zone. Off the pipe, and they score! Jarvis knocks home the rebound. Following the first attempt by Aho, the Hurricanes now lead 2-0. Goals from Gostisbehere and Jarvis. Now shooting Washington, 29-15. Roy keeps it alive for the Caps. Here's Roy with Mangiapane. Back out, score! Chychrun, and the Capitals cut the Hurricanes' lead in half. And now it's carried out by Eller. Into the left of Freddie Anderson. Walker back to play it. Sandwiched by a couple of Caps. Now the lead pass for Hall. Moving in on Thompson. He scores! With a drive. Puck comes around to Strome. 2-man advantage for Washington. Chychrun down low, Strome. Pulls it back out. Now to Ovechkin with a shot. Score! The Capitals convert during the 5-on-3. It's a 1-goal game, and the power play will continue. Hurricanes nearly had a 2-on-1. Now they have numbers. Here's Carrier with a shot. He scores! That's Walker, who gives Carolina a 4-2 advantage. Stahl comes away with the puck. The net is empty. There comes Svechnikov. He scores! Into the empty net. 5-2, Carolina. But find themselves down 3-1 in the series. Here's Stahl, and with a shot, he scores! Jordan Stahl, 1-0 Carolina. On the Washington net. Carlson plays it for the Caps. Ahead to Leonard. Away from Villiers. Slotted back around by Slavin off the side of the cage. Comes in front. Score! Villiers ties the game at 1.
That shooting lane at the last second.
Now Walker with the puck. Up the middle for Jarvis. In across the line. Here's Svechnikov, 2 minutes remaining. Svechnikov with tough angle, he scores! The Carolina Hurricanes take the lead with 1:59 seconds remaining as Svechnikov beats Thompson in 2-1. Chychrun knocked away by Jarvis. Puck played by Jarvis.